So, here we go. Today I'm looking at Bad Religion. LA Punk from 1980. And they have three-part harmonies. Greg Graffin is the constant. Jay Bentley and Brett Gurewitz quit and rejoined. Brian Baker has been in since '94. Mike Dimkich and Jamie Miller are recents. At 5 million sold, they are one of the best-selling punk bands of all time. Yeah. Woo. They signed with Atlantic in '93 along with Green Day, The Offspring, NoFX, and Rancid. I thought NoFX had their own label. Maybe the Atlantic thing was a subsidiary distribution deal. This band's responsible for a punk revival of the '90s and these others as well. Recipe for Hate went to number 14 on Billboard's Heatseeker chart, and their single American Jesus was huge. The follow-up Stranger Than Fiction was also very successful. They first opened for Social Distortion in 1980. They were just out of high school. They realized the self-titled album on Epitaph Records, how could hell be any worse? That was the follow-up. And it sold 12,000 copies. Then in 1983, Bad Religion released Into the Unknown, a keyboard-driven rock album with somewhat slower songs. And the sales were brisk, but unknown to the band. So there were sales that were unknown to the band. Can you even imagine how that could happen? This can happen with a small label. Yeah. The band broke up temporarily, and then they reformed but broke up again in 1985. In '86, they tried again, and the third album, Suffer, in '88 was given positive reviews, but not until the fourth album, No Control, were they successful again. They were now back to hardcore punk. Against the Grain went in 1990. 21st Century Digital Boy became their best-known song. With alt-rock and grunge as competition, it was astonishing that Atlantic would take a chance on a leftover punk band. Their decision paid off with Recipe for Hate and American Jesus, and struck a nerve, becoming major radio hits. The eighth album, Stranger Than Fiction, in '94 was praised by critics and became their next hit. Singles Infected and a re-release of 21st Century Digital Boy. The album was Bad Religion's first to enter Billboard Top 200, peaking at number 89, and it sold over 500,000 copies. Brian Baker of Minor Threat replaced Gurewitz. Baker turned down a spot in REM to join Bad Religion. And Gurewitz was doing drugs. and it would be years before he got clean. I guess the point is that one day he got clean. Good job. The Gray Race in '96 was produced by Rick Ocasek. A Walk was the standout. No Substance proved to be a letdown. Missing Gurwitz's songwriting was a factor. In '99, he returned to co-write a song titled Believe It, which would appear on the next album, which was The New America in 2000. To be produced by Todd Rundgren, but Rundgren lost interest. Todd was not in a good place at that time. Bad Religion ended up leaving Atlantic, and they returned to Epitaph, and Gurwitz rejoined. Graffin and Gurwitz had been an effective songwriting team in the past, and they were both anxious to try to make it work again. The result was a return to a faster punk sound than what the band had been with Atlantic. Next success was with New Maps of Hell in 2007, and it went to number 35 in the US. And brought out the Crossbuster logo at that point. The Descent of Man went to 2010, debuting at number 35. And True North went in 2013, went up to number 18 US. And The Age of Reason went in 2019. There was a riot at a Bad Religion show. It had nothing to do with the band. At the El Portal Theater in North Hollywood, a show with Bad Religion, NoFX, Pennywise, and Ghost was supposed to happen in December 29th, 1990, but the venue neglected to be approved by fire marshals for such a show, and police came and closed down the show before a note was played. The punk fans did $25,000 worth of damage to the theater. Oh well. Yeah, to see that black cross surrounded by the not red symbol. Yeah, that's their deal now. Look, we got a fan on stage. I'm sure they have more than one. Look at them all. They're out in the audience too. And I'm pretty sure this guy's got fans in his bass drums. Have you ever seen that? Putting a fan in the bass drum? Like, oh no, that's just a red cross. Just a cross symbol. Maybe that. There are bands that have these fans that blow out the music from the bass drum. It's probably more for show than anything else, though. I mean, obviously the bass drum is mic'd, going right through the PA system. You don't need fans to blow out any more power from the bass drum beating at 1,000 miles a second. But it does look pretty cool, right? Anyway, thank you very much for being with me. Hope everybody's good, staying home, wearing masks when you go out. It's a good idea. I'll see you next time.